Students, today I will discuss the molecular interpretation of work and heat from statistical consideration. Now, the average energy of a macroscopic system, E average, which is equal to the observed energy of the macroscopic system, U, equals to J sigma Pj Nv beta, where Pj is the function of Nv beta, and Ej is the energy which is a function of Nv. So, this is the equation number 1 for the average energy of a macroscopic system. Now this Pj Nv beta, this is a probability, this is equals to e to the power minus beta Ej Nv by Q Nv beta, where Q Nv beta is the partition function. Now this equation 1 represents the average energy of an equilibrium system with variables N, V and T being fixed. Now if we differentiate equation 1, we get du equals to J sigma Pj Dej plus J sigma Ej dPj. Now since Ej is a function of N and V, we can assign dEj as a change in Ej due to small change in volume dV, keeping N fixed. Therefore, dEj, this becomes del Ej del V at constant N into dV. Now substituting this value of dEj in equation 3, this is equation 3, if we substitute this value in equation 3, we get du is equal to J sigma Pj del Ej del V at constant N into dV plus sigma J Ej dPj. This is equation number 4. Now, this equation involves two terms, where one involving the change in volume, the other involving the change in probability. Now we interpret the first term in the equation 4 to be the average change in energy of the closed system by a small change in its volume, which we may call the average work. Again, if the change is done reversibly, so that at each stage the system remains essentially in equilibrium, then Pj in equation 3 will be expressed by equation 2 throughout the entire process. So, we can write du J Pj Nv beta del Ej del V at constant N dV plus J Ej Nv dPj Nv beta. This is equation number 5. Now you see this equation involves two terms, dV1, this one involving the change in volume, the other being the change in probability. Now, if we compare this equation with the macroscopic equation, du is del W reversible plus del Q reversible. Now del W reversible equals to minus P dV, so here is dV term is there and plus del Q reversible. So if you compare this equation with this equation 5, we see that del U reversible, this must be equals to J sigma Pj Nv beta, this term, this one, Pj Nv beta del Ej del V at constant N dV. We give this equation number 6. So, del Q reversible will be equals to this one with the del Q reversible. Del Q reversible will be equals to sigma J Ej Nv dPj Nv beta. Let this be equation number 7. Now from equation 6 and 7, we see that The reversible work del W reversible results from an infinite change in the allowed energies of the system without changing the probability distribution of the state. So this is this results from the del W. This del W reversible results from an infinite change in the allowed energies of a system. Infinite change of the allowed energies of the system without changing the probability distribution. Without changing the probability distribution. Okay. On the other hand, the reversible heat, the del Q reversible results from a change in the probability distribution, change in the probability distribution of the state of a system without changing the allowed energy. So, without changing the allowed energy, Ej and B, it is the change in probability distribution of a system. If we compare equation 6 with del W reversible equals to minus PdV, in equation 6 we had del W reversible equals to sigma j pj nb beta del Ej del beta at constant dV. This is equation number 6. And if we compare this equation 6 with del W reversible equals to minus PdV, where P is the pressure and dV is the change in volume, we get P equals to minus sigma j pj nb beta del Ej del V at constant n. Now this is the average value. So this is the pj is the probability. So this is the average values of this function. So this equals to del E del V at constant n average. Now we'll find out the pressure in terms of partition function. So this is the pressure of a system, okay, and now we will find pressure in terms of partition function. Now, the pressure of a macroscopic system is given by PJNB minus del Ej del V at constant n, okay. So, now the average pressure is given by P average is equals to J sigma PJNB beta PJNB. So this is the probability and this is the pressure. This is the pressure. So hence we can write average pressure P average equals to J sigma Pj Nb beta into minus del Ej del V at constant n, because P equals to minus del Ej del V at constant n. So we have value of P here. Okay. So this becomes minus del Ej del V at constant n. The value of P, the probability, this is e to the power minus beta Ej Nb by Q Nb beta. So this is the value of the probability. This is the value of the probability. Okay. So again Q equals to Nb beta. Again Q equals to Nb beta. So this is the partition function. So this equals to J e to the power minus beta Ej Nb. Therefore, del Q del V at constant n beta, if we differentiate this with respect to V at constant n beta, we get minus beta sigma j del Ej del V at constant n into e to the power minus beta Ej Nb. Let this be equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, we can write average pressure P equals to 1 upon beta into 1 upon Q Nb beta del Q del V at constant n and beta. Therefore P equals to, since beta equals to 1 upon Kt, therefore average pressure P equals to Kt by Q Nb beta del Q del V at constant Nb beta equals to Kt del ln Q del V at constant n beta. This is equation number 3. Now we can use this result to derive the ideal gas equation. How? We can use this result to derive the equation for the ideal gas. Now, for a monatomic ideal gas, there are n is the number of molecules. Capital N is the number of molecules. we get the partition function of the system q n v beta. This must be equals to q v beta to the power n by factorial n. Why factorial n has been used here? Because the particles are indistinguishable. And we have already discussed in our earlier class why this qb to the power n to be divided by factorial n for indistinguishable particles. Now, this qb beta, which is the molecular partition function, this is equals to here 2 pi m h square beta whole to the power 3 by 2 into v. Only translational degrees of freedom is taken into consideration because since it is a monatomic gas molecule, there should not be any rotational motion or vibrational motion, and again the molecules are considered to be in the ground electronic state. So we can say that ln q equals to n ln q minus ln factorial n. Now we put the value of q here and find the logarithm, then we get minus 3n by 2 ln 2 pi m h square beta plus n ln b minus ln factorial n. Okay? Since n and beta are fixed in equation 3, we just see equation 3. What was the equation 3? This was the equation 3. This was the equation 3. That is average pressure equals to kT del ln q del beta at constant n and beta. So n and beta, since n and beta are fixed in equation 3, we can write ln q to n ln b plus terms of n and beta only. So these are the terms, other terms are the n and beta, containing n and beta. Now, del ln q del v at constant n beta, this becomes equals to n by v. If we differentiate this with respect to volume at constant n and beta, we get equals to n by v. Substituting this value in equation 3, if we substitute this value in equation 3, the equation 3 was like this. Average pressure is to kT del ln q del v at constant n beta. We have found the value of del ln q del beta del v at constant n and b. This is equals to, and we put this value here. So this becomes equals to P average equals to n kT by v. Now this is for the n number of molecules. Now if we take n moles of a gas, then the number of molecules n equals to Na into n, where Na is the Avogadro's number. Okay? Therefore, average pressure P equals to n into Na into K into T by V. This equals to n at T by V, since R equals to Na into K. So, the universal gas constant R, gas constant R equals to Avogadro number into the Boltzmann constant. This is the result we expect from kinetic theory. So, the same thing we get from kinetic theory. Now, if we take a diatomic gas, diatomic ideal gas, then the molecular partition function will be the product of translational partition function, rotational partition function, and vibrational partition function. This is the explanation for the translational partition function, because here Q equals to Q translational, Q rotational into Q vibrational. Okay? Because we have considered the molecule in the ground electronic state. So, okay, so again, if it is E, now Q equals to 1, because this is ground electronic state. Okay? So, Q, the molecular partition function will be the product of translational partition function, rotational partition function, and vibrational partition function only. In case of monoatomic gas, this Q equals to 1, electric partition equals to 1, and this does not involve QR and QB, so the molecular partition function will be equals to Q translational partition function. But in case of diatomic gas molecule, Q equals to 1 again here, because the molecules are in the ground electronic state, and so we have to represent the molecular partition function for a diatomic gas molecule. This is equals to Q partition function, the translational partition function, in the rotational partition function, in the vibrational partition function. So this is the translational partition function. This is the rotational partition function, and this is the vibrational partition function. Okay? Now if we differentiate this with respect to V at constant n beta, then we get this equals to N by V. Okay? This is N by V. Because N and beta are constant. So these terms, these two terms involves beta. Okay? So only terms is there, and we have to, if we differentiate this at a constant N and beta, we will get N by V. So again P equals to N kT by V. So PV equals to N at T for 1 mole, for N mole. So PV equals to N at T for 1 mole. Okay? Now, therefore, for a diatomic ideal gas, we get PV equals to N at T for N mole. And if N equals to 1, then it will be PV equals to RT. This is the case for polyatomic ideal gas as well. So the same result we get for a polyatomic ideal gas. So we have reached to the result PV equals to nRT starting from the equation average energy, this equals to, or the energy, observed energy of the system equals to J sigma Pj Nv beta Ej Nv. So from this result we could reach the pressure of an ideal gas. The average pressure, first of all the average pressure, which is equal to the observed pressure of the system. PV equals to RT for 1 mole for monoatomic, diatomic or polyatomic gases. So, thank you.